What's up? What's up, everybody? Big Herc, Prison Talk Live. You tuned into another episode. Hopefully, everybody's getting ready for a nice little holiday, with some family and friends. And hopefully, you guys had a great weekend. We're all about trying to lace you guys up on what you don't want to do so you don't go to prison. This platform is about men changing their lives. And, after going through prison and seeing the lowest of the low, it never ceases to amaze me when I get out, and into the world and you look around and you see how many people are miserable. You got a lot of miserable people out here who want to speak on things and say things, and they have nothing better to do, man. And that's not what, we put it out here for, to talk about other people, but we put this channel together to share stories, to inspire young people, young adults, or grown adults to change their lives. Galvin, incredible. Thank you for the donation. And that's what we're about, man. We're not about trying to be the toughest guys and, and internet warriors. I don't speak on anybody I can't speak to their face. I never got off on talking behind somebody's back, but a lot of people apparently do. And I'm going to address some of that here later on. But make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. We're almost at that 500,000 mark. When we hit that 500,000, we're still doing a giveaway. We're going to do a first place $1,000, second place flat screen, third place commissary bag. So make sure you guys subscribe, hit the subscribe button, support, let us know that you're down with us, because you don't want to be down with these other busters out there. So make sure you guys represent the real Fresh Out. Nick, thank you for the donation, man. Appreciate you, brother. 4th of July is around the corner. You guys got to be safe out there. You don't want to get caught up with a lot of the drama and stuff, man. And, just stay out the way, man. Watch your kids. If your kids are out there, make sure you keep an eye on them so they don't get any type of mischief that's going to get them locked up. This is tomorrow. 4th of July is going to be a day where there's going to be a lot of gunplay stuff going on because of the fireworks. So make sure your kids are in a safe place, man. People are going to be letting off stuff they shouldn't be letting off. And, it could be some accidental stuff happening. So be smart. Check out the website, www.FreshOutSeries.com. For positivity and motivation, go to Big Herc 916 YouTube. I would love to hear from you guys. Share the channel. I'm all about positivity and motivation over there. And I got a lot of different things, life lessons and cars and all that cool stuff, travel. But check it out. Anyways, tonight we got the white supremacist who killed a woman using his car as a weapon of murder. He got life, man. He got life on federal hate crimes. And, what a lot of you guys don't know, you get life in the state and in the feds. And, a lot of times they'll give a guy life in the state at the same time. So what they'll do is you'll have life in the feds and it can run consecutive to life in the state. So you beat your federal life, you got to still go do life in the state. So, yeah, man, you gotta, this stuff ain't no joke, man. Rando number 9, thank you for the donation. Friendly reminder that a member of Antifa was pointing his AR-15 at James A. Fields. The judge knew this and still wouldn't allow the jury to hear this. I'm quite sure there are a lot of things that are going to come out about this case. Regardless, he shouldn't have been there. The people around there, it's just a lot of, they're trying to create a sense of anarchy, like the government have no control so they can take away rights. All this stuff, they actually pay people to go into these rallies and incite violence, and then they back off, and then they the police come in and they lay down they basically close down whatever rally or function was going on. But this is all set up, man. Half these people are infiltrators. They're infiltrating the situation to make it seem more violent than what it is. And when people buy into that, man, it just I don't know. I don't get how people could be that naive. You know, it's just like people getting emotional when they hear one of these speeches of somebody and they start clapping and crying. What are you crying for? What the hell are you clapping for? That guy on the top of that podium is not going to come to your house and help you. Get off your lazy ass and go help yourself. You're not going to get any more work benefits from him getting elected. You're not going to get this guy to do anything to help you or your local community unless you get off your ass. So for these people who are all caught up in all this mischief political stuff and this racism that they promote, that they get everybody all riled up about, hey man, don't fall for the soapbox. You know what I mean? And a lot of people don't want to believe a lot of the stuff they see on camera now because, you know, the camera exposes everything, man. And, you know, you see all this stuff going on and people are like, well, maybe he did something wrong. Well, it don't matter. You see what the camera saw. You don't know when you start beating up somebody or doing something if they had a record. You don't know they were ex-felon. Even if they were ex-felon, that has nothing to do with the brutality. It has nothing to do with the violation of civil rights. So there's a lot of stuff going on. You guys got to wake up and, you know, dummies like this guy driving his car into a crowd of people. I mean, there's no excuse. Somebody who was holding the gun? What were you doing out there anyways? You know what I mean? Come on, man. You're a dummy and now you're going to serve life in prison for it. You know, so this stuff is serious, man, and you guys need to wake up, man. Yeah, we got some really good interviews on the channel, and you know, we try to bring you guys as much diverse content as possible, and just keep you guys entertained. At the same time, we try to bring value lessons so that people, you know, don't glamorize the street lifestyle. And you know, there's been some people using, you know, trying to use our name, our platform to further their social media recognition, and it's been just a really pathetic situation, man. I know a lot of you guys have questions about Big Cass. And I talked to Big Cass today, man. And before I even tell you what Cass said, I'm going to tell you this. The guy who called me out of pocket, little fat punk named Sean, called me out of pocket, right? Because he's mad because his stepbrother Cass, for whatever issues he got, he wants to bring me into the middle. And he thought I was his little messenger. So he's DMing me all day Monday or Sunday. You know, oh man, look at this. Oh man, I'm like, look, dude, I'm not your messenger. And so, you know, I thank you, Carl, for the donation, man. You know, he wants to put me into his little mix. I block him. And so now he goes on this Reggie Wright show and says some stuff. And now they're using that to kind of further their, you know, public interest. I don't play the internet game. I'm not a talker like that. Never been. You know, I'm not that type of dude, man. My background, all you gotta do is check. I'm not with the bullshit. You know, Fresh Out ain't with the bullshit. We don't have people on who are busters. I know dudes from 60s. Nobody said anything bad about Cass. I know people in the music industry. Nobody said anything bad about Cass. I know people who know Bone Thugs. None of them have said anything about Cass contrary to what the man said. So you guys out here bugging me, putting me, you know, sending me messages. Oh, he's been exposed. Man, exposed by a popo who has no credibility, an ex-popo who's a buster? You guys, come on, man. Don't come at me with that stuff and watch where you get your information. Anyways, Big Cass said he has no interest on online banging with that cop or half-brother. Here's a statement from me. I'm one man that stops and responds to anyone going through hard times. I have shared my wealth and many without ever asking for acknowledgement. I took over a label with my own money when Bone Thugs never saw a dime and made sure Mo Thug Records lives on. I gave every master back the Tupac estate that was proven to belong to them and only profited off unreleased material I had every right to. I have zero interest in explaining the name I rightfully earned from my murdered birth father, who is not my half-brothers, nor had he ever saw a picture until I posted one. I'm not interested in verbal online fighting, But if Reggie ever wants to contact me directly, I'd absolutely love for a one-on-one get-together and hash out our issues the way men should. There you have it. I'm not going to speak on it anymore. Big Cass said what he said. Reggie White, if you have anything to say to Big Cass, hey, let's set up a date and a location, man. In person. The dude Sean, whoever he is, claiming to be his half brother, you got an issue? Show up in person and it's done. That's all I'm going to say about this. Keep my name out your mouth, man. You don't know me like that, man. Keep my name out your mouth, homie. You know what I mean? Just because I'm not your messenger, I'm not your bitch either. Just keeping it real 100, man. So that's what's said. I'm a dude on some positive stuff, but man, watch your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, WP, thanks for the donation. Don't get caught up in the drama, Big Herc. What do you think of Antifa? I know, man. I just want to lay it out, man, because, you know, these people gossiping like little girls, want to put my name in there, talk about Fresh Out, man. Leave Fresh Out your mouth, man. You know, unless you like to taste the penis in your mouth, man. Leave it out your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, Antifa, man, I don't pay no attention to that garbage, man. All those dudes, if you got all day to run around and protest and throw rocks and put masks on, you ain't living life, man. You ain't got nothing better going on in your life. I don't entertain that bullshit. I'm too busy trying to make things happen in my life to be, following these protesters who are riling up all this drama so that they can impose on more your freedoms and your civil rights. So I stay out of that, man. Yeah, it's just, man, you know, I've been around real gangsters, man. They don't do no talking. Nobody does any talking, man. Everybody's quiet. If you get any talking in the pen about somebody, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Do not talk. Meet up July 13th, meet and greet, Venice Beach, 1 p.m. basketball courts. We'll be there. I'll be there chilling. You know, just having a good time. I'm not no tough guy. I'm not no super gangster. I just live my life, man. But you check my background. I've done everything that gangsters have done. So that's it. But I'm helping people. I'm opening opportunities for other people to share their stories and change lives and be positive. So don't come at me with something that's going to be contrary to what we're doing. We're on a movement. We're not about all this gossip. If you want to talk about somebody, talk about somebody. Go meet up with them, man. Quit running your mouth. Car show. Hey, another thing coming up, you guys. On August 16th, which is a Friday, I'll be in Monterey. I'll be at Cannery Row doing a meet and greet at 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock on August 16th, Cannery Row. I'll be doing a meet and greet for my Bay Area fans, my Bay Area folks, my comrades out in the Bay. Come through. Let's talk cars. Let's talk about changing lives. Let's talk about some positive stuff. You know, if you're in the Bay Area, if you can make it, I would love to see you, man. I'm going to have some merch and my workout book out there. Hey, man, come through, man. Come through. Andrew Medina, thanks for donation. Stay positive, Herc. I love this channel. Hey, man, I love y'all too, man. And, I stay positive, man. And it just riled me up a little bit because I've never been called out of pocket. I don't call people out of pocket. It's disrespectful to call a man out of his name and you don't know him, you know, for one, and you do it not in his face. You know, it's just unheard of him. The way I grew up, you never do that. So I'm just telling you guys, man, and I made a video about gossip on my Instagram, Big Herc 916. And, you know, the gossip, man, it's out of control on the internet. And a lot of people, man, they just, you know, it ain't about the business, man. I'm done. They just donated $100. Thank you for the donation. So hopefully we can get some of this stuff worked out. Carl Williams, thanks for donation. Do you think the young generations of real gangsters run their mouth? Yeah, the young generations do. Where I grew up at, ain't no talking, man. Ain't no talking. If an OG heard you running your mouth, you probably gonna be bodied, bro. You're gonna catch a mean fade, and ain't no explanation, man. You don't talk behind people's back. You don't call somebody out of pocket. I've never called a man out of pocket in my life. I've seen him in the face and I go head up. That's it. against drinking and drunk. Thank you for donation. If it's drama talk, it's bullshit because talk is too easy and cheap to be effective solution to anything. I agree, man. And like I said, I made this channel to help people, to educate, to share, to get rid of a lot of the misconceptions about prison, the glorification. There's nothing glorious about beating people up, about going to jail, about robbing, about being a gangster, about all this. You hear the stories, but it's for you to learn from. It's not for you to emulate. I don't want nobody to emulate a bank robbery. I don't want nobody to emulate selling drugs, home invasion, these different things. I don't want anybody to go and repeat that. It's not worth it, man. Take your life, make the most of it, be successful, and don't fall for the dumb stuff, man. Don't get caught up in people calling you names and then you start fighting, you catch a case, and you ruin your future. You get a felony, now you can't be that doctor because you got to answer that question, have you ever been convicted? You can't be a stockbroker. You can't work in high security level jobs because of a felon. I got all that. I can't work in a lot of places because of my felony, man. And you guys don't need that, man. You don't need a felony, man. You know what I mean? It's not worth it. I don't promote any violence. I don't promote people gossiping, talking about each other. I just want to share different things so we can create a more conscious environment for the young people, man. For people out here trying to make a change. Life is about change. It ain't about going backwards. I'm going to do a lot of shout outs at the end, man. I love y'all. I love to meet up with you in Cali. Hey, man, I'm doing, like I said, I'm doing Venice Beach, July 13th, 1 p.m. Monterey, August 16th, 3 p.m. And I'm going to set another one up probably for Orange County and Sacramento. Big Herc, keep doing what you're doing, spitting the truth. Hey, man, I just try to keep it real as possible. And I love seeing people do positive things, man. I wish I would have had somebody teaching me a lot of things and, helping me navigate my way when I was a youngster. I had to learn a lot of hard lessons, man, and I wish I didn't have to go that route. Big Herc, I asked again, are you signing t-shirts? Yeah, I'm signing t-shirts. I'm going to have merch out there, man, in Venice on the 13th, so I will be signing t-shirts and books. Any opinions on XRP? Hey, man, just sit on it. It's going to eventually bubble, man. You know what I mean? That crypto is going to be hot once a lot of these things start changing, man. That's one of those ones where you just hold on to it. Sacramento, I haven't got a date for a meet and greet in Sacramento yet, but I'll keep you guys posted. That's my hometown. I would love to go out there and even chop it up with some of the local Sacramento rappers. If you guys know any of the local talent out there and they want to, meet up for the meet and greet, I would love to do that. Bring your cars out. We chop it up. We do it old school. Enjoy some a peaceful get together where we can all share and inspire these young people, man. Tell us, what are your businesses besides YouTube and cars? Cars is one of my main things, man. I buy and sell cars, do customization of cars for clients, work with people who are looking to, put together different projects. That's one of my main things. Got a clothing line, got investments. I'm not going to tell you all my finances because that's not what it's, I'm not, and nobody should expose all their finances to anybody, but, I network, man. I get out here and network with people, man, and, and try to build my foundation so I can create my own retirement. Let me see. Did the thumbnail. I am doing well. Friend, I see you going to set up a truck driving school for ex-cons in Michigan. Love to tell you my plans for you're the MDOC. Oh, that's good, man. Truck driving is a big business, man. I got a homie out here. Shout out to X. He has a truck driving, not truck driving, but a trucking business. He's doing well for himself. Cree, he's driving trucks out here. Shout out to him. He's doing big things. A lot of opportunities for ex-felons, man. There's a big demand for truck drivers and mechanics. If you're an ex-felon and you're a truck and you know how to work on cars, hey, man, a lot of opportunity for you to make a lot of money. So get involved with the automotive industry, man. It's hurting. They need talent. Waterson 10, thanks for the donation. Do you have advice on what to say to approach a woman in public? Hey, just How you doing? Excuse me. I know this might seem kind of weird, but I just thought I'd say, give you a compliment and say, I like what you're wearing. Simple as that. You don't have to be way out. You don't have to be over dramatic, man. Just, a soft compliment, and a woman appreciate that, man. It's confidence, and it's not being perverted by you complimenting a woman on what she's wearing. What's up, Big Herc? Thanks for the positivity to open our minds. Have you thought about writing a book series? I'm actually writing a book right now. I got a book in the works. I'm not sure when it's going to drop, but I am, working on that. And when it drops, it's going to be a very inspirational book. We're going to do a book tour, but that's in the making. Iron Man, thanks for the donation. What do you think of Takashi 69 snitching? Oh, man, that's old news, man. That's old news, Takashi, man. It goes back to like what I said, man, is being that wannabe gangster role, and when shit hits the fan, you crumble like an old cheesecake, you know what I'm saying? And you telling all the homies, you telling your family members, you telling everybody you think can help you get out of jail. If you'd have kept your mouth shut, you'd have did your little 5, 7 years, maybe 6 years tops. But, he couldn't even do that, so he told on everybody, and now he's garbage. He's going to try to get out and talk to people, and, if you ratted on somebody to save your butt, and you were out there telling people to do all this stuff for you, you ain't no good, man. A rat like that doesn't deserve any platform after what he's done. And the fact that he led all these kids to get into gangbanging is even worse. Takashi's garbage for promoting gangbanging when he was a buster. Yeah, answering the one about you and about people ego tripping on the gym. I did a video about that. Rap music is whack nowadays. 6ix9ine is a prime example of trying to be a gangster, then ratting out your homies. Yeah, perfect example, man. And he led a lot of kids down the wrong path, and now, them trying to follow him, they're probably looking at cases, trying to emulate him. You need to buy her, did you? Hurt where people are not trying you. What that means. Big Herc need to go on tour, spread the word. These cats trying with my nephews just don't get it, man. I guess they have to see for themselves. Yeah, a lot of people, man, they're hard headed, man. You gotta you gotta get out. You gotta let them go through their bumps and bruises. But I mean, some people can be reached. I'm not saying everybody can be reached, but a lot of people can be reached if it comes from the right person. Sometimes, if you're a family, they don't want to listen to you, but they might listen to the dude down the street. They might listen to the homie at the bar. They might listen to the guy at the football field or basketball court. So there's different people that can help reach people, man. It's just a messenger. You never know when a messenger, where it's going to come from. Shout out to Wes Watson. Yeah, he's doing his thing, man. We'll try to get him back on the show in the future. What do you think about all these rappers now coming out like Tyler, the Creator, or Lil Nas X? Hey, man. These little dudes, man, it's naturally they blow them up first, and then they bust you with the fact that, hey, this guy, he's got his sexual preferences. My thing is, man, don't promote that to the kids, man. I mean, let a kid be a kid. Don't tell them, this and that. But at the same time, if you're a little boy, there's certain things a boy does, and that's just it, man. You're a little girl, there's certain things that a girl does. Now, up on a certain age, you can make certain choices. But in my opinion, man, hey, man, a boy pees standing up. He learns how to box at a young age. He learns how to play with cars. He learns how to tumble, how to play football. He learns how to be a man. Sean M. He said, make Africa great again, huh? Oh, thanks for the donation, man. Appreciate you. No more rap anymore. What's up, brother? The Japanese coochie tastes like. What does Japanese coochie taste like? Oh, man, it tastes sweet. Japanese coochie, and it's really tight. It whistles. That thing whistle, man. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's definitely tailored a little bit different. You know what I mean? Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. And the Japanese women, they love brothers over there. So if you're talking about you going through it hard over here, go to Japan, man. If you got your stuff, you got your game tight, you're going to get you one. And Japanese women are very smart. They're educated. Young buck getting caught with a tranny. Oh, man, I heard about that, but I don't know too much about that. Big Herc, you plan on back of the Badger and Asian women doing like I don't know what Asian women you dated, but the Asian women I met were cool with brothers, bro. Unless you a broke down raggedy type dude, and then you ain't gonna get no women in any race. Black women, white women, Mexican women, they're not gonna want you if you ain't got your stuff together. But like I said, I knew a lot of brothers who were with who had Filipino girlfriends, Chinese girlfriends, Japanese. I lived in the Bay Area, man, so I've seen a lot of mixed races. So you can't tell me about Asian women, man, because I've been around a lot of Asian people, and I had a lot of Asian friends growing up. Vietnamese guy was one of my best friends growing up, and I have Filipino partners that I used to roll with in Frisco, and it was never about them not liking black guys. So I don't know what Asian people you were dealing with. Warderson 10, thanks for a donation. Would you go to the Olympics in Tokyo next year? Oh, man, that would be dope, man. Tokyo is a bomb-ass city. A lot going on there. Super clean. Man, I felt like it was just a natural feeling being there. I would definitely visit Tokyo. I don't know if I'll be able to go to the Olympics next year because of what else might be going on. But, yeah, for sure, Tokyo, man, is a great place to visit. What's up, Big Herc? My boss is older and black and running through all the bitches, young and old. Yeah, he getting it. He a young coochie. He an older coochie assassin. He know about the game. You can find all kinds of women that like any race. I'm white and I'm dating a Dominican. There you go. It's not about race. It's just about chemistry, man. I mean, I when I was in the game, in the adult game, in the porn game, man, I didn't even have to speak Japanese, and I was knocking it down over there. I was laying the hammer over there like Thor. I'm telling you, man, Japan was off the hook. So, actually, I know a lot of brothers in the military. They were over there and they were putting it down, man. It ain't about the race. It's about you as a person. Somebody said, "Did you live in North Highlands when the McClellan Air Force Base is still open?" Yeah. My grandpa and then my family used to shop at the commissary on McClellan. So I lived. I was living in North Highlands, man, back in the day, man. I was born in the early 70s, so I was there, all the way up until like early 80s. So yeah, man, I remember McClellan when it was open. Fresh Out, what's up? Where knocked the most of them down at? Big Herc, what's up? Mr. Fresh Out, what's up? Where knocked the most of them down at? Tell you the truth, man. Probably, dude, if you got, like I said, if you got the money and you like to travel, and I'm not talking about picking up hookers, go to Japan, Tokyo. Also, if you don't have a felony, go to Australia. Sydney, Australia. There's a lot of mixed culture over there. I know some brothers that went over there. And, dude, I haven't been over there because of my record. And, just a lot of things going on in my life right now. I'm married. But when I was single in my 20s, I remember I knew a brother who went over there. And, man, he said Australia was a madhouse. He went over there. He was only going to stay for 2 weeks. He ended up staying 3 months. He said, man, he was busting down so much Australian coochie, man. He said, man, that thing is out of control. He said, man, it was so many beautiful women on Australia that it blew his mind. When he came back to the United States, he was like, in LA, he was like, man, this is garbage. That's how he said, because the women, the way they treat you, the personalities. He said, Australia, Sydney is off the chain. I've heard you can't travel outside the U.S. with a felony. No, that's not true. You can go outside the U.S. without a felony. I went to Japan. I had a felony. You know, so you can go to certain places. It's just that places like Australia and Canada, you want to get all your paperwork cleared up before you travel over there, so you don't deal with the headaches. But yeah, you can travel outside the country with a felony. How old are you? I'm 46. Big Herc, you banging any famous porn stars? Back in the day, what is it? Janet Jackney, Kitten, who else back then? Jade, Golden Jade. You got to get my book, man. I'm about to drop the book again on Amazon. How Big Herc got down in the porn industry, in the porn game. It'll be dropping on Amazon. It'll be dropping on the Fresh Out website. The book has all, you know, not all my movies, but a lot of my movies. But yeah, man, I was a OG cheek buster, putting it down. Yeah, man, go to Japan, homie. Get your money right. You go over there, it's super clean. Don't spit on the sidewalks, and make sure you take your shoes off when you go into the nice restaurants. Have some good socks on your feet. You know, Tokyo is expensive. We stayed in a nice hotel. Somebody took care of us, man. But one thing is, there's no crime going on. The Yakuza got that on lock. It's clean. The people, to me, I didn't feel any racism, and I had a very good time there. My lady gets mad at me because I'm watching your video. She said she feels like she is ready for prison. That's funny. That woman you interview, will she tell her story? Yeah. She's gonna be telling her story. Right now we're just doing some of her prison talk stuff, but be sure to tune in, subscribe, and we're gonna have her full interview in another week or so. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. I know, kidding, crazy. Top was crazy. Yup, you remember. Never knew you were a porn star. Yeah, Big Herc, man. I don't live the life, man. Like I said, I don't do a lot of talking. If I talk about something, I did it. Whether it's be out there in the mix, hustling. I'm not bragging about it. And like I said, it was almost kind of like a curse, because when I said I was going to do something to myself, it's like I obligated myself to do it, and then I had to commit. So, I did a lot of crazy stuff, man, and I just lived that life, man, and now I'm living this life, sharing with you guys, and hopefully, giving you guys a opportunity to make some positive choices, to create, better dialogue with your kids, for the community to work out a lot of these problems with the local law enforcement, for us to have dialogue, for us to have a better place to live in. You don't have to walk down the street and look over your shoulder. You don't want to have to deal with people doing drive-bys and people stealing and robbing each other. You don't want to have to live like that, man. Nobody should have to live in that type of environment, man. It's not cool knowing that your neighborhood is known for people getting robbed. That's not cool. Ain't nothing cool about that, man. It should be known to be one of the safest places in the country, so that if you walk down the street with your grandmother, she's safe. She'll make it home safe, man. But yeah, man, let's get the shout outs in. I love y'all, man, and I'm always excited to do these live streams, but this one especially, I was a little pumped up, man, because just people talking, man. Sometimes it gets to me, man. I know it shouldn't. I'm bigger than that. I've been around a lot of talkers in my lifetime, and but at the same time, man, I still get riled up occasionally. Shout out to Carlsbad. Shout out to Toronto. Shout out to North Highlands, Sacramento. Shout out to Sacktown, Houston, Texas. Shout out to you. Shout out to Sacramento, Benzo. I said Toronto, Phoenix, Arizona. Are you your record session interview? How long does it usually take before the videos get edited and published? Shout out to Philly. Shoot me an email. If you guys got some questions, go to the website. You can shoot us a message at FreshOutSeries.com, or also you can shoot us an email at FreshOutSeries@gmail.com. Shout out to Burbank, El Salvador, Australia, 909, Sydney, Australia, Los Angeles, Detroit, Spokane, Washington, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Richmond, 804, Walnut Creek, Niagara Falls, Northern Virginia, 713, H-Town, New Orleans, Inland Empire, Salt Lake City, Pacoima, Boston, Massachusetts, Queens, New York, Iran, ATL, Baldwin Park, California, Brockton, Massachusetts, Portland, Frisco 415, U.S. Army, Air Force, Marines. Shout out to all y'all, man, putting in that work. Lisbon, Portugal, Fort Myers, Florida, Queens, Memphis, Tennessee, Boston, Massachusetts, Portland, Oregon, Congo, 616, Tijuana, Mexico, West Charleston, Vermont. Hey, man, Denver, Colorado. Shout out to everybody, man. Kansas City, Missouri. Love all y'all, Iowa. Man, appreciate you, man. Much love. I'm out. Hey, man, July 13th, Venice Beach, 1 p.m. basketball courts. Come holler. Merch. Be signing autographs. Let's chop it up. And I love y'all. Have a safe 4th of July. And I look forward to seeing you guys. Inglewood, shout out to you, man. Washington, D.C., shout out to you. Indiana, Nashville. Hey, man, all y'all, man. Much love. Fresh Out family, man. Let's keep this thing moving. And if you see suckers out there, man, in the comments, crush them. Crush these suckers in the comments, man, because they trying to stir up some stuff that don't need to be stirred up, man. I'm out.